finest juice.
So I'm here with Dom Thomas, leader of the pack of Whyte Horses. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So my introduction to Whyte Horses was the Pop or Not album, which originally only came out on vinyl. So I think I must have heard some tunes on what would be Six Music, and I was trying to find you guys, find out information, find out where you're playing. I could find nothing basically. So what are Whyte Horses? I know you're something to do with it.
Originally it was supposed to be a studio project and more of an idea, a concept band as such, and then we just ended up having to play the song, so I had to get a band together, and it was as simple as that really. Just tried to make a record that I wanted to make, and then it's just kind of found its natural ground now. It's just grown as the last album did alright, and it kind of went from there.
And I've just seen your sound check at The Great Escape, and there was 11 people on stage, I think I counted.
Yeah.
Who are these people? And
how did I decide to? This is half of them. It's essential for our sound, really. It's like because it's all multi-layered. 3 guitarists. We have 3 vocalists. It just has to have that big sound, or it has to have like at least a layered sound. So there's not a band that can really work with one singer or a 4-piece. It's difficult to do so. We started off like that, and we just had to keep adding people just to sort of, the textures on the record are they're quite deep, so it's hard to pull that off.
And how did you find these members, these friends of yours?
Well, the original sort of setup was me and Ali, who's my brother-in-law, and he's on the bass, and then he had a friend called Owen, who's a drummer, and then we just all got together, and then we found a girl called Laura, who's the other guitarist, and so on and so forth. She went around in a van picking people up, and around Liverpool, Manchester area, and with the guitar, pull him in the van, just grab him like some 60s high Jinx caper sort of thing.
And the sound that you all make is pretty spectacular, and the way it comes together is astounding in itself. So you obviously are a very accomplished musician, someone who has a big knowledge of music. Like, what are the aspects that you wanted to bring together for Whyte Horses?
Well, I'm actually not a very good musician myself, so I kind of like get to hide behind everyone else, but I just wanted to make a band that I wanted to hear, because I wasn't hearing the songs I wasn't hearing music that excited me anymore. So that despondency led to its inspiration. So I just wanted to make my fantasy band and hear songs so every song that I write, I genuinely want to hear myself. So I think that's the only test with Whyte Horses. It's actually painstaking work to make the songs, but I will not sort of rest on them till I love them myself and I can listen to them all the time myself. Yeah. So the Whyte Horses is my favourite band. Because it's sort of like an art project for me in a way. It's a concept thing. So I've no ego in that, saying that. But I genuinely, it was designed to be my favourite band, and it's sort of become that way.
Amazing. So it must be quite an experience to be on stage at the same time as hearing your favourite music.
I switch off, keep forgetting, then I just try to listen to them, and then I forget to play my parts. Yeah. But it's just, I think what I thought was lacking in the modern sphere of music, there's just a lot of stuff that's kind of, there's a lot of professional bands and they're really good at what they do, and they're great on paper. It's like, yeah, it's great, it's good artwork, and it ticks all the boxes, but doesn't really get you in the heart or gives you an emotional sort of response. That I must have felt that enough to really get off my ass and do something about it. So I think it's just like anything, like I feel a lot of my favourite bands like that, when they would kind of like weren't really doing what people were doing at the time as well. I never really followed trends, so it's just like I just make music that I think I'd like to do at the time. I don't care whether, I'd hate to be contemporary, labelled as contemporary, because to me that's a cyclic thing, and you'll be uncontemporary in 6 months. So just write songs that hopefully can stand the test of time, and try and write classic records, and that's the aim. And I think because I got into it quite late, I've a bit of an advantage, I suppose, because I don't I really don't have time to write a lot of rubbish. I just have to write everything I have to do has to be amazing or it goes in the bin. Simple as that.
And you've written some incredible songs on the most recent album, which was released early March. Are you already working on new stuff for it? Or have you got plans to take the show on the road? Because I know it's a difficult thing to take on the road.
Yeah, well, we're doing gigs. Like we're got a really nice gig coming up in September at the Royal Festival Hall, where we'll play most of the record, and we'll play some of the old songs of the last record. But we'll be doing a few things here and there. We're doing like quite a bit of radio and stuff, and we only want to do gigs generally that we want to do. I think we're doing Green Man. We're going to play Green Man because we like Green Man, so it's a good festival. So we're selective. We don't just play for anyone. We don't, we do it when we think we can do a good job. We'll be touring the record more next year, like across different territories.
Brighton's finest. Juice.